Right, okay, so this video, I've kind of had a change of heart about this particular reverb. The one that we're going to be looking at in this video is the Plateau. And the reason that I think I didn't like this is because the way that it's brought up with the stock settings. So let me just show you what that ends up sounding like, the stock settings of this particular reverb, Plateau. So this is essentially like a shimmer type reverb, or a reverb that is capable of shimmer anyway. So the stock settings sound like this. So we'll just go through and I'll just show you what's going on here. And so you've got two pitch generators in here, and by default they're set to one is an octave below and then one's kind of +7 up, so a fifth above, and you know that's what's giving you that octave down. And to me, it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a reverb. So the first thing to say is that the decay of this thing is almost infinite and is like the longest. So I'm not gonna wait for that to actually die out, because actually the length of that is insane, and it's like up to about 5 minutes long. So I keep the decay at about 9. So the decay at 9 is kind of useful. Beyond 9 it gets really long, to sort of like nearly 5 minutes. I keep the pre-delay off, but you're gonna know what pre-delay does. This actual reverb is kind of dark. By default it's down at 3. And I found this with quite a few of the Helix reverbs. They're by default quite dark anyway, so feel free to keep that really bright, I think, or you know, what looks like it should be really bright. So that's how I like to run that. The mod, let's just have a listen. So with the mod all the way off, sounds like that. With the mod all the way up, to me seems a bit distracting. So the midway point at 5 for me there is fine. So that's where I like to keep that mod, in that middle section. The mix, obviously you know what that does. Now pitch 1 is, so this is the first pitch generator, and by default this will be slightly out of tune, which will sound a certain way. So I like to keep them both in tune basically, and I like to run them both an octave above, and the other one maybe plus 20. So by default that would be plus 40. I bring that closer to plus 20, so hopefully you get like a little bit of a chorus on the pitch effects. The pitch mix is how much those octaves are introduced into the reverb. I keep that low because you'll hear if I play poly with these, you'll hear that they kind of glitch quite a lot. Kind of warble and stuff, but if you keep that relatively low, you basically just end up with some really nice kind of air to the reverb. So let me just turn the pitch all the way off. It's really nice as it is, but as we introduce got just a really cool tone to it. So that's the plateau, and those are the settings I like. So again, stock settings are, you know, a little bit out there, I would say, and you know, don't let that put you off, because you know what is actually possible with that plateau is a whole lot more than you'd be led to believe by the stock settings. And as I say, if you get this decay up to sort of 9.8, 9.5, you've got the longest reverb in the Helix by far. Or maybe we'll turn it up to 10. Anyway, just trust me on that, it's super long, but you know, up around 9 is perfectly manageable. Tone nice and high, and the mix I like to keep fairly high with this because it's kind of darkish anyway. The mods 5, you know, beyond that starts to distract tone wise, I mean like pitch wise, and then these pitch things, I like to keep them kind of out of the way with a lower pitch mix. I think actually the Plateau is probably the only shimmer type reverb in there except for the octo. Let me just show you one other quick little kind of trick. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a mono glitz, put this here, I'm going to move it onto path B. After that I want to put a poly pitch, so mono has to be anyway. We'll use the poly capo because that should be easiest. Then we're going to take that up 12 and put that onto the path B, and we'll set the mix to about 68, and then after that I'm going to put like a ping pong delay, but actually maybe we'll just use a dual delay, like this. We're going to keep the feedback nice and low and the mix super high. And just go with me on this. Send these down super low, so maybe like 0 and about 20, and we're going to send this to path B with the mix 100 and those mods turn off. And I think then what you'll effectively have should be a shimmer. Or maybe we'll put it before. I'm going to get rid of this high cut. This is something you can experiment with yourself, obviously. Just you know, if I put in an amp and cab, let's see what's available still. Not much, but let me let's try the jazz. See if we can maybe try the Ganymede. And obviously you could just change the amount of kind of level going in here and stuff. If you want, you know, less of the pitch, change the mix here. Just a little idea for something you could try. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. I'll catch you in another video soon. What should I call this? Cool. So I'll drop that into the folder if you want it. Let me know in the comments. Catch you in another video soon. Cheers.